Morning, everybody, and welcome to today's show. And we've got the brilliant Jade Berriman on today, who's going to be going through what gets her motivated, going through telling her stories. So, what I want you to be mindful of today is some reason my internet has decided that it wants to play up. So you're actually being broadcast from my phone at the moment. So that can be dodgy, to say the least. So I've got on standby, I've got the amazing Tracy Monroe. So if she all of a sudden jumps in um, and you can hear her, it's because something's gone wrong with my computer and she's going to take over for me then, right? So Jade, are you there? I just unmuted you now, but I can't mute you though. So are you there, Jade?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. There you are, brilliant. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm if you mute yourself a second, Jade, what I'll do then is I'll put on your video and then we'll have a chat then, okay?
Okay, how do I mute myself? Oh, yeah.
There you go, right? Okay, brilliant. So we're not without our technical difficulties this morning, so bear with us. Okay, right, we're going to play Jade's video this morning, so all enjoy this and have a little look.
I've always had visions of better. I've always visualized better. And in times of struggle, like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start, I'd be still driving a soft top Bentley around beautiful California in my head. And lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft top Bentley around California. So I always visualized good things. I always visualized victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all and it's all happening. Yeah, I don't just knock them out. I picked around, John. Yeah, I said this. I'm sure you are probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You are probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see, and then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're going to do and go and do it. I knew I was going to be the person to bring martial arts to the public eye. And now it's happening. You know what I mean? There's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true. And that's what's happening. It's a beautiful feeling when preparation meets opportunity. You know, nothing is impossible. You know what I mean? You can achieve anything. I'm going to continue going on this journey, and if the title shot is next, I will take it. If not, at the end of the day, I already feel like that is mine. I already feel like that belt is mine. So eventually, one by one, I will get every single one of them until there is no one left, and then I will decide what to do from there. But the belt is already mine, I feel. This is the law of attraction. I mean, you have to in the struggle, you know, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening. That's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I was able to, you know, even though I was having these troubles at home, and even though I had no job, you know what I mean, or whatever, didn't know what I was doing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But I still was able to feel like it was. I still was able to go into a different. Just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I was basically just using my imagination, driving a little my girlfriend's car, a little Peugeot 206, and I was driving that, shaking down the road, and I visualized that, and I swear to God, sitting in the traffic and all, I visualized. I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualizing a brand new car, and visualizing good things in times of struggle, and that when you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more. You know what I mean? Because that is harder to do when you're in the struggle to visualize these things. There's another thing. What do you want to be? You know, I don't want to be anything. I am everything I want to be, and I'm already there. I don't want anything. You know, people say like, I want this. I want to do this. I want to do that. But the vibe you're putting out is want. You're always going to want. I always have the attitude that I have. And I always felt like I was a black belt. walking in there. You know what I mean? I always felt like I was the world champion. I always felt like I already could do everything. I was only telling you about the surfing the other day. I was got the rental, walking around like I was a fucking pro. You know what I mean? But I don't want anything. I have it. That's a mindset. I mean, I have everything. I have everything.
Love those videos. There's a lot of them. I think it's about 6 or 7 different parts on them. And Conor McGregor is a big fan of his as well, especially with regards to the law of attraction. So, Jade, you can unmute yourself now if that's okay. There you are, brilliant.
There we go.
So I love that video. Thanks for bringing that back up into my attention as well, because I've been going through and watching them again later. They're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, I absolutely love them. For some people, I know that's not very motivating. Some people prefer like the ones with the big music and things like that. But I absolutely love it. I just think it's so real that I can remember the first time I watched it. It was only a few months back, and it just set my heart on fire. I watched it every single day, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really watched one for a while, just because I simply really do have a good mindset, and I naturally believe in all that. But I started watching them again now this week. Obviously, I've been to Dubai and I felt a bit out of routine when I came back, you know, when you feel a bit sluggish after holidays, although it was a work trip. So for me, when I watch that, it just reminds me of everything. It reminds me that I've got to stay on track. I've got to keep believing, you know, and everything will come to me. Yeah, so I just love that video, and he is incredible, and he's beautiful as well.
Yeah, well, the thing is as well is what you know the things that the things that I always pick up on with regards to what he's saying is that he doesn't say what I want, is I have, and acting like you
Yeah,
really adore it, and that's what it's all about. Is that the thing is that, as I always say to people, is that when you want to be a certain way, or you want to be have a certain thing, or have a certain amount of money, then the first thing that you need to do is find somebody who has what you're looking for, and then start to act like them. There's a Jim Rohn does a big in one of his recordings that I listen to, is he says he tips before he became successful. He tipped like a rich man, so he acted in that way. So people saw him in that way as well. And I think it's stepping in somebody else's shoes that you admire and have the things that you want. And there's nothing wrong with having a mentor, someone you want to aspire to, is there, Jay?
no, definitely not, definitely. So yeah, it's all about definitely like he's saying I am, and him having nothing, and then him visualizing himself in like California or LA, whatever it was, in his soft top Bentley. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I have always thought like that from day one. Since that first day, I drew my goals in that book, ripped my goals out. I think vision is so important, and being able to have that vision, and then the skills, and then using forever as our vehicle to get that. It's just amazing. But you do need to have that vision and self belief. So yeah, I do love Connor. He's amazing.
Yeah, fair play. And a great fighter as well. And the thing is, to have a mouth like that, you've got to be able to back it up, and he certainly can as well. Fair play to him. Now, something I want to share with everybody as well is I don't know if any of you or any people on you, I'm sure a lot of you have, is read The Secret or actually listened to the film. But yesterday, I had something pretty amazing happen. Is I went to when I first read the book about the law of attraction with The Secret. In it, it says that somebody had in the book is different from the film. There's a lot more content in it, and there was somebody who imagined a feather with a black top on it. So they wanted to manifest it. And they said, right, okay, well, we'll do it. What the trick is to think of something and act like you've already got it. And then it should appear in your life at some stage when you need it. And this guy was walking down the road, just going into a big office block, and this feather then blew in front of him. Well, at the time, I turned round and decided that I was going to pick something pretty difficult to manifest. So I decided that I was going to pick a stone that looked like the yin and yang symbol. So if any of you don't know that, it's half black, half white, and it's got a black dot in the white part of it. And yesterday we were down the beach, and I told Maggie when I first read the book, it's got to have been about a year and a half, 2 years ago at least. I told Maggie about it, and I said, "Oh, we'll keep an eye out for that." And as we were walking across the beach yesterday, we found it. And I came in and we actually found it, and it was. I'll take a picture of it and put it up for you later on. But just that's something that. So when I needed that, that's come into my life and refocused and done and put me back on the path that I wanted to go on as well. Because for me, that was something that was impossible to turn up. And when you see it, you'll know what I mean. But that's came into my life yesterday. So have a little think to yourselves today about something that you wouldn't mind manifesting. So it's not always about having something like manifesting £1,000,000 and stuff like that, which is great to manifest. I'm sure you'd all could do with that. But sometimes about picking something simple and small that'll come in, that'll give you that belief that what you can manifest anything that you want. And I know with you, Jade, you've you're off in Dubai building a team, and you're building a hugely successful business. I know we were in Joburg and things like that. So when you get up in the morning, what's the thing that really drives you forward? What's your goal? What's your driving force?
So for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not a morning person. I'm really, really not. Awful. I am becoming better. Yesterday in Success Day, I booked the Miracle Morning, so I'm looking to start that now. But it's more because I am like up really late at night. You know, I'm working most nights till about 3 a.m. in the morning, so I'm hoping to switch my routine around as well. So I get a lot done last thing at night, and I never ever ever go to sleep without watching like a success story. So I know we always talk about like the trainings and power pods and things like that, but when I started my business, for me, it was like, you know, people standing up on Success Day and giving their testimonials, which really, really got to me, for me, like it pulled on my heartstrings. It just left me feeling like if they can do it, I can do it. And I always remind my team to be watching a success video every single day, even if, you know, they can't touch on their business one day. For me, if they can just even watch like a 5 minute video of someone standing on that stage after hitting a promotion, you know, like that is going to help them so much. So I always go to bed on a success story. So that in itself leaves me like going to bed, I feel calm, I feel ready for my next day, I feel emotionally attached to my business every single night. So then the next morning, I wake up, my house is a bit manic in the mornings, I am working on this. But as soon as I get the kids to school then, I get the kids to school, I usually play music though. I think music is massive, you know, as soon as I'm playing music, I'm happy, the kids are happy, you know, it drowns out the sounds of screaming in my house and things like that. So I'll get up, play the music, usually then when I'm like blow dry my hair or straighten my hair, I will have a bit of Jane Leach on because I absolutely adore Jane Leach. And it's, for me, it's just making sure that, you know, I've watched an exciting video or I've played my music and I've got my to-do list there ready. And that then gives me, like, you know, my good start to the day because, you know, like we all say, if you've got up late and the kids are late, say one morning, it do have a knock-on effect for your whole day. But what I've learned in this business is, you know, if I woke up and I was in a mood because we're all late, then I'm going to stay in that mood all day. It's going to, like that, it's going to, you know, carve how my whole day is going to work out. So for now, I make sure that I just stay in a positive mindset. I mean, like, if I'm not really late anymore, I am going better, but definitely just staying happy, staying focused, like playing my happy song in the morning, you know, playing a song which Mia loves. And it just, I've noticed with the kids as well, it gets them in a better mood as well. So yeah, it's more, I don't really like, I know a lot of people watch mindset as soon as they get up. Like, you know, like Eric Thomas and things like that. Like, Matthew will walk around with that playing on his phone. Like, those videos don't appeal to me. I don't know, I think they're absolutely amazing, but they don't drive me at all, they don't do anything, just because I usually speak to myself like that in my head anyway. I am really quite good with mindset. And then I think it's more emotional videos get to me. I don't know why. And like the videos with like real life situations outside business as well. Like, so I've been working on myself a lot, and you know, so I like the videos about self-development, but not to do with business, because then when I work on my business, that's a separate thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 100%. And the thing is there's no normal way of doing it, and this is what the important thing of bringing people, different people on to the breakfast show is find it, because there isn't one size that fits all with anything, and you know, loads of people out there. You know, sometimes it's real life situations, sometimes it's motivational videos. For me, with the motivational videos, it's that buzz that they create, but also equally, like you quite rightly say, when you see like, you know, somebody who's actually got the success from doing the things that they say, then that can be more compelling to a lot of people, and give them the idea that they can go on and achieve whatever they want. And the biggest thing that I took from that video earlier was, it says preparation meets opportunity. You've got to be prepared, and whether that is, waking up quite rightly, like you said. How easy is it? I got two young girls in my house as well, Jade, and it is absolute pandemonium in the morning, and you are 100% right. If you don't nip it in the bud, that straight away, once it's going to be stressful anyway. You've got to get their head, and you've got to get everything. They're all running around. They don't want to put their clothes on. With my 3-year-old, she actually knows what she wants to wear, and if she doesn't have it, she has an absolute fit. So it's just not sure then, right? She's a diva, and she's only 3, right? So, but that can set the whole day up on a bad chain of events. So whenever I get in the car, I've got like a playlist that I put on that is songs that make me scream while I'm singing. Do you know what I mean? That's top of my voice. Things, stupid songs like Let It Go from Frozen. That's a perfect one. Do you know what I mean? That can't get you out of a bad mood. Then nothing's going to. And it's a little thing. I know a lot of One Direction songs are really good, and Justin Bieber, and all these different things where they're always on the radio, and everybody knows the bloody words to them because they've been going on for ages. So they've been on nearly every day. But these are things that you're in charge of getting that mood sorted out and stopping it from being the thing that's a catalyst for a bad day, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, definitely. So I would usually. I say I've got an amazing mindset, but I have learned so much more since being in this business, like just how to, I think it was Emma Cooper who said, whatever frame of mind you're in the first half hour of your day, that's how you'll stay for the rest of the day. So I always now make sure that everything, for me, is organisation. So I do make sure now my to-do list is done, because, that would just leave you feeling all over the place anyway as soon as you wake up, because you've got loads to do, but you don't even know where to start. So as long as my to-do list is done on the side of my bed when I get up, and I can play a song with the kids, and when the sun is shining, that's what motivates me. This is why I'm always out the country. If it's raining, then I'm a bit of a, don't speak to me until about 9. It's raining.
You're doing your motive. You're out in Dubai, growing a huge business now at the moment as well, growing a huge business in the UK as well. And sometimes it's just whatever you're doing, and I think that to-do list is a perfect thing, because what that does is that starts to empty out all the noise that's going on in your head. And if anybody on this show this morning who's listening in has a lot of mental noise going on, and by that, you know what I mean, your head's all fuzzy, it's all over the place, you've got so many things to do, and you're so stressed out, so worried about doing everything. By writing a list down, what you've done is you've made room for good ideas to come in, for opportunity to come in, instead of having all this noise going on. And it's a really good point of getting that list done, and being able to strike them off, because if you've created a list of 20 things to do, then effectively what you've done is you've created 20 mini goals during the day to achieve. So every time you cross one out, you have a sense of achievement. So, it doesn't matter how small they are, pop them down. It might be get up and, pop on a motivational video while you're running around, like you quite rightly said, putting on Jane Leach while you're doing your hair. That's something that can take 10, 15 minutes to be able to do. So it's really just incorporating everything into your day and making sure that it goes the right way. But which ones do you listen to with Jane Leach? Or is it just a mixture of them, Jade?
Yeah, do you know what? She's just absolutely amazing. Like, just the way she glides across the stage, and she's like my little god. So yeah, I just type in YouTube like Jane Leach. There was one, what to do in your first 30 days, because you would never hear some things enough sometimes. Like, what I've realised going to the trainings and success days, I've been overcomplicating a lot of things. And when I first started my business, I was up all hours of the night. I watched every single video. And now I think I'm overcomplicating things. So I've just been going back to the basic stuff. And really, when you think and listen to Jane Leach, she just simplifies everything. She just says what you need to do. I mean, she's the one person you're going to listen to. So I've been watching what to do in your 30 days and just getting to manager. There was one something like that, but she's just absolutely amazing. I can listen to it over and over again.
And the most exciting time doing this business for anybody, and I'm sure I can speak for a lot of managers out there as well, is that the most exciting time is going for manager. And I know you get all the incentives and everything afterwards, but if you can get into a routine of going for manager, and then once you hit manager, going for manager again, and once you hit that, going for it again, and that can keep you in a momentum of going. And obviously, when you go for manager again, you're doing it through new business and you're doing it through all the areas that you need to work. And I know there's a lot of people on here who haven't got to manager yet, but getting to manager is not about a great mindset, great skill set, great thing. It's about motivation. It's about consistency. It's about doing the same thing over and over again and being consistent, and not letting things get in the way, because what you're going to find in the mornings is that there's going to be a million reasons why you can't do the things that you need to do, but there's got to be one reason why you should do it and why you are going to do it. And that really is what you, and whether that's giving yourself a kick up the bum. And we remember, what we always teach with the law of attraction is to do the nice exercise. So you notice what you're thinking. You intervene so that you change what you're thinking, which change how you feel, and then embrace it. So what you're in charge of is you're in charge of everything. Now your emotions, okay, your behaviors rather, and all the things that you need to do consistently are driven by your emotions. So you've got to be in a good mood to be able to do the behaviors that you need to do to get to manager. Now, if you don't know what the behaviors are, these are contacting 5 people every day, having 2 launches, having at least 8 pups out, then duplicating that down to your team. It's not difficult to get to manager. It's difficult to do the things that are consistent, that I consistently do to get to manager. So as soon as if you can motivate yourself to do the same thing over and over and over again on a daily basis, there is no reason why you won't hit manager. Now, depending on how much activity you're doing, depends on how quickly you'll get there or how long it'll take you to get there. But I know with you, Jade, you went to manager really, really quickly, didn't you? And I'd say that it was a case of you doing a lot of activity consistently over that period of time. Would that be correct?
Yeah, so obviously, I started in on the 1st of February, and I was just so excited. I was at the business presentation up in Newport, so obviously we didn't have our Cardiff one then. On a Thursday night, like my whole business was built going back and forth the business presentation. I think in my 3rd week of my business, I went along to a success day, and this is why they're so important, because I just walked in, I was just blown away. I was like, oh my God, how have all these people been doing this without me knowing? And I walked in and I was just so motivated by what I seen and so inspired. And I said, there's no way, like I said, I'm coming back next time and I'm going to be a supervisor. And I came back 5 weeks later as a manager. And that was simply just from, there was 11 of us in my team when I got to manager, but I got to supervisor within 3 weeks, purely off excitement, purely from running around like a headless chicken, sharing the products with absolutely everyone. I was launching every night, just dropping like a moisturizer here and there for people to sample. And then I built a team pretty fast. I think I had 5 people in my team in the first month, but we were around my house every night just getting really excited. There was a massive momentum, created a massive team spirit, and the excitement is what drove us all together. So I got to supervisor, and then I just showed those. They just wanted to follow me. I was like, come on, I'm going for manager. Are you coming with me? And it was basically that excitement and that self-belief, and I instilled that into my team. So all I'd done then in the next 3 weeks was break another 3 supervisors underneath me, and then within 7 weeks I was manager. But I was simply, I'm not going to lie, not many skills, not much knowledge of the business, but just knowing that I had to share the business with people, and knowing I had an opportunity which was going to make other people money like me. And I did make all the mistakes. I was brand new, but I'd say, come on, we're going to be rich in a couple of months. Like, that is really bad to me now, I understand. But I did break a manager really fast behind me as well. Yeah, people were excited by it. Like, my enthusiasm, my motivation rubbed off on them, and they hit their promotions fast as well. And obviously, the more, not everyone does it fast, but the more momentum you can just get in your team, not just by hitting promotion, but just by sticking together, motivation, meeting up all the time, that really helps people as well. Even just being surrounded by you, in a team sizzle, if they're at home having like rubbish off their partner or friends who don't understand what they're doing. It's really good. Like my house is an open house. Like there's people here all the time, just because I want my team to be able to come here whenever they want. Like at the back of my garden, I had my big salon, but we're just changing that now. It's like a little lifestyle room. So we're just getting some gym equipment. There's gonna be a meditation corner, just a desk, a computer. So if somebody wants to come up, you know, like and do some work like in a different, you know, environment, they can come up and know like it's the Queen headquarters basically, and they can get to work up here. But yeah, it's definitely just motivating people and just staying on target, staying on task, and just getting on with the things. Like at the moment, I'm noticing a lot of people. Like there was someone in my team the other day. It's amazing, but completely branded themselves, lovely pink and yellow ribbons or whatever. But like really, they're not actually doing the activity. There's no case credits. So sometimes, you know, you go off track and start doing the wrong things. Like basically, it's launching pet boxes, speaking to people and recommending the clean line. This is all I'm teaching down now, and just stay on that. And the more you do that, and the more people you speak to, basically, the faster you're going to get to manager.
Yeah, and I think with you, Jade, and the reason why me saying this is you lead from the front, and that's what it's all about, and that's the thing that people will follow. People don't like being told what to do, but they're more than happy to follow somebody's lead. And it's with NLP, what we teach people to do is about pushing and pulling. And if you push somebody to do something, then they'll lean forward and they'll start to resist you. But if you pull somebody, they'll come quite willingly, and that's the difference between showing somebody what to do and actually telling somebody what to do. So, you know, we're leading from the front, and as long as you're continue to lead from the front, and this is advice for anybody, is if you're leading from the front, you'll always have people who'll follow you. But if you tell people what to do, then you know they'll always be open for criticism, and they'll always be open for looking for a reason to be able to shoot you down. So don't worry about what people are saying, people are doing. Always worry about what action you're taking, what things you are doing, and what daily activities. Like Jade is quite rightly saying, is that there's no point in going out there and making a beautiful website if you haven't got no CCs coming in. All that will follow. Everything will come. The best thing that you can do at this moment in time is to just get up in the morning, go out, or get some pack boxes out, do launches, get clean lines done, start getting one-to-ones in and pitching people about the business. We have the most amazing opportunity in the world. Yes, there are people out there who don't understand it and don't get it, and that's okay. Because if everybody got it, there wouldn't be a business for us to be able to grow. So you've got to be happy with the fact that some people don't get it. Because if only 1 in 100 get it, that means there's 99 people left to be able to sell to. Otherwise, you'd have nobody. If everybody got this and everybody decided to jump on straight away, we wouldn't have much of a business to be able to grow. Okay? So you've got to understand that it's good that some people don't get it. Because if everybody we told joined, we'd have no bloody customers left. We'd have no network left to be able to operate in. So just go and look for the people who need it. The people who don't need it, that's fine. Let them get on with doing the rest of their lives. Before you took this opportunity, you thought you didn't need it as well. But when the day comes, as long as you're doing the consistent behaviors, they will take you up on the offer. Okay, Jade, thank you very much for your time today. I know you're not a morning person, so I really appreciate what you did this morning. But thank you very much for sharing.
I think I'm in time. Right, thank you.
There you are, brilliant. Right, Jade, thanks very much. Right, okay, we're going to pop on Jade's song now. Hopefully my internet connection will hold out, which will be great. I'm just going to finish the recording. For everybody listening on the recording, there'll be a little link to press, obviously because of copyright and things like that. So thank you, Jade. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm just going to pop on the song now. So thanks, bye.